Good morning, everyone. Today's thought for Thursday. I'm going to share with you. You might not be ready, right? You might not be ready to live out your dream. So I'm going to share some things about how can you make yourself ready, and how you can be successful like all the other entrepreneurs. Okay. So before I forget, because I have a tendency to forget. I have a tendency to forget who I am, right? Funny, right? Anyway, but hi everyone. I'm Alease Michelle, your online marketing and branding coach. And today, like I said, today's thought for Thursday is going to be you just might not be ready. Okay. All right. So it seems like we got a little glitch going on. But let me just say, I don't know if some of you have been to college or not, or you might have heard this, but I remember my first day at the University of South Carolina, and we were in this big auditorium orientation, and one of the professors from my program, I don't even remember what his name was because I changed my major, but I don't remember what his name was, but he said, look to your right, okay, and look to your left, right? And I did that, and he said that the person probably beside you, to your right and to your left, might not be there, okay? Might not be there at the end of this semester, might not be there at the end of the year. And basically what he's saying, some people are just not ready for college. They're just not ready for this next level in their life, and a lot of them will drop out. Well, of course, I was looking to myself because the person beside me was looking at me, and then the person on the right side of me, on my left side of me, was looking at me like, okay, she might not be here. So in my mind, I was like, oh, yes, I am. I've made this leap to come here. I have paid my tuition to be here. I'm going to stick it out, right? But as the years went on, it was hard. It was really hard. The more I got into my major, it was really, really tough to stay there. And so I had to think about what that professor said. And he's like, some of you might not be made for this. You might not be ready. And so I had to figure out how to become ready, right? How to become ready as a college student. And so as my journey went, I became a little bit more ready. It took me a little longer to get out of college than most people. It took me 5 years, but I think that's the average rate now, 5 years. But I did it. I made it. I even made it further than that. I went and got my master's degree. And I did very well with that. It was very routine based. But today what I want to share with you is, although someone might say to you, you might not be ready, there are some skills and strategies that you can put in place to help you be more ready to be an entrepreneur, right? So I know you were saying, well, how did college and entrepreneurship come into play? Well, it all comes into play because it's all about how well you are dedicated to your craft, how well you are dedicated to being successful and achieving your goals. And so the both are very much related to each other. So today I want to share with you just 3 ways on how you can be ready, how you can be successful. And when other people tell you that you're not ready, then you can just go back to these 3 little tips that I'm going to share with you to check off and say, yes, I am. I'm ready. I'm doing these things. Okay. All right. So the first one that I want to share with you, I don't know if I'm going to write it down or not, because sometimes I misspell words and you don't want me to share, but I think I am. I'm write down. So the first thing that you want to be is, I think I spelled that right. You want to be consistent. And that's number 1. And that's a little hard for some of us as entrepreneurs to be consistent with what we do. Because we got a lot of things going on. We have to post on social media. We have to do a Facebook video. We have to do all these kind of things. And sometimes things just fall to the side. Well, as a college student, one thing I realized that I had to do every day was to study. And if I did not study, I was going to fail. And the same thing as an entrepreneur, if you do not show up and places that your ideal clients are in, then they will never know who you are. They will never find you. So being consistently somewhere that your ideal clients can find you is very important. Every day you should be posting something, right? And you might say, shoot, I don't have time for that. Then find a way to automate it. Use systems like Hootsuite. Use Buffer. Hire a virtual assistant if you need to help you be in front of your ideal clients more consistently, right? So be consistent. Number 2 has to do with comparing ourselves, okay? Because we all do that. We get on Facebook and we see someone who's in our industry and they are knocking it out the box. And we're like, man, my stuff don't look like that. Or, man, she posting a whole lot of great stuff. I don't have stuff like that. So we are so busy comparing ourselves to what other people are doing. We don't know, we can't be consistent because we're not doing this number 2 thing. And of course, I'm not going to try to preach, but last Sunday I was in church and Pastor Stephen Furtick, and if he's listening, I hope he would be, that I'm giving a shout out. He said something about, we always tend to be looking to the right or looking to the left of ourselves, looking at all the other things other than looking forward, right? We're not keeping our necks out, just looking forward, staying focused on the path that God has put us on. So number 2 is all about looking forward. Look forward. Stay focused on your goal. Stay focused on your goal. So number 2 is look forward, right? Stay focused on your goal and where you're going. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing, because you know what? Their path is not your path. Everyone has a different path out there. So yours is totally different than theirs. Now, what you could do is that when you do see work that is really, really good, congratulate that person. Like their stuff. Use it as inspiration, but do not compare yourself. Do not look at that other person as competition, because everyone else has a goal that is different than yours. You just need to look forward, stay focused on your main goal. So number 1 was be consistent. Number 2 is to look forward. All right. So number 3, this is the last one. And this was a really hard one for me for a while. And I still catch myself falling into bad habits when it comes to this. But number 3 has to do with acknowledging your accomplishment. And I like to say number 3 is we need to learn how to celebrate. And celebrate along the way, right? Don't wait until, everything is complete to celebrate. So, of course, when you're in college, you tend to celebrate when it is graduation time. And for me, that was 5 years later. I celebrated, right? I wore a cap and gown. My family came in. We had a great dinner. I turned up with my sorority sisters. I had a great time. But you know what? What I missed was I should have been celebrating along the way every time I achieved a accomplishment, when I passed the class that I didn't think I was going to pass, when I was an art major, so when I finished a project earlier than I was thinking I was going to finish it. So I didn't celebrate. So it made the journey of being a college student a lot harder, because all I was doing was really, waiting for graduation, which I was being focused, but I needed to celebrate along the way. And a lot of times we fall into this. We fall into this a lot with just simple things. People might compliment you on something and you be like, oh girl, I got this from the thrift store. No, you need to say thank you. Thank you, and walk on, right? I even did this today, this week. Yesterday, I got a check in the mail, and it was a $200 check. I don't know where it came from. And I was like, Alex, you think this check is real? And I caught myself and said, you know what? I need to be thankful that $200 just came into my mailbox without me putting any work in. This is God celebrating me and saying, thank you for being on path. Stand on your path. Stand in focus. And so I'm going to reward you with a little surprise in your mailbox. And so I quickly popped myself out of it. I said thank you, and I went to deposit that check in my account yesterday, right? So those things are considered celebrations. Learn to celebrate yourself as much as possible. Little small tasks, things that you complete. The other thing, you see, I'm really big on celebration. Every night before I lay my head down on my pillow, I look over all of my tasks or my to-dos that I was supposed to do for the day. And most of the time, I'm pretty much on task and I get a lot of things done. But before I lay my head down, I write down all of my today's accomplishments, right? Some of them are very business related. Some of them are personal. Some of them are family, relationship related. But I write down my accomplishments every single day. That's my way of celebrating myself and getting things done and staying focused and staying on path every single day, right? So today, my 3 tips again on how you can overcome if anyone ever tells you you're just not made for this or you're not ready. Here are the 3 things that you can check off to make sure that you stay focused and stay on path. 1, be consistent. Be consistently doing the things that you need to do to promote your business. Number 2, look forward. Stop looking at what everybody else is doing and remember that God has a path just for you. Their path is different than you. So stay on path. Keep looking forward. Keep your head stuck out, you know, that you can put the blinders on if you need to. But continue to look forward. And then number 3, learn to celebrate yourself as much as possible. Say thank you for the things that you're receiving. When I find a penny on the ground, I say thank you, right? If I get an awesome parking spot at Walmart, I say thank you, right? Because that is celebrating. He is opening up doors for me so that he can make my talents and my gifts shine. Because he gave them to me, he wants me to, show them off, right? So remember to celebrate as often as possible, saying thank you for the things that you receive. Reward yourself for things that you've done because that is what's going to keep you focused and keep you moving. All right. So before I leave, I want to share with you this awesome, wonderful group that I have, and it's called the Superstar Circle. And it's a private Facebook group that is it has a ton of entrepreneurs. Right now, we are at 175 members. Just last week, I think I got like 30 new members were added. 30 awesome members were added to the Superstar Circle. And in the Superstar Circle, we collaborate. We look for JV partners. I share additional strategies, tips. I do videos. I share a lot of stuff. There's a lot of collaboration. If you have questions in that group, that's a great group to network with like-minded people, right? So I would love to have you part of the Superstar Circle. I'm going to write it down. So all you need to do is go into Facebook and do a search and search for, I wrote it down, the Superstar Circle, right? It is invite only, so go ahead and add yourself and I will approve your invitation, right? So because I don't want any and everybody in the group, I only want quality superstars, true superstars as I call them. So we would love for you to be part of the Superstar Circle. Please join us. Again, do a quick search for the Superstar Circle and I would love to have you there. All right, guys. I'm Alease Michelle, your online marketing and branding coach, and I hope you guys have a great and awesome day. Peace out.